Welcome to Noqtelle. Today we are going to do a rampage-style meditation. Abraham Hicks made these very, very famous, and we are going to do our own version today, specifically around the topic of feeling like you're behind in life. So go ahead and make yourself comfortable, whether you're sitting or you're lying down. Get nice and cozy. You can choose to close your eyes and just let these words wash over you. Before we get started, let's get centered. Let's take a few deep breaths in and out. And again, in and out. In and out. Okay. I am feeling behind in life. I don't know how I ended up feeling behind in life, but compared to people I know, people I see on the internet, people within my circle, it just kind of feels like I'm behind. Feels like other people have it figured out. Feels like they know what they're doing. It feels like they're accomplishing all of these milestones in their life, and I'm just sitting in the same spot. Actually, in fact, if I'm really honest with myself, most of the time I kind of just feel stuck. And I don't love that feeling. I don't love that sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach when I see that somebody got engaged or got married or moved in or got a job or got a promotion or moved or went on a vacation or had a baby or got a new car or got a new dog. All these things that I see people around me doing and accomplishing that just make me feel like their lives are moving forward and mine is not. I guess I can understand that there really is no comparing, right? I've heard all the blah blah. I know that you're not really supposed to compare yourself to other people and the path that they're on because each of us have our own unique path, and I got it and I know, and I've watched all the videos and I've heard all the advice not to compare myself, but it's hard. It's hard not to just take note of where I am. Sometimes I'm not even comparing to other people so much. Sometimes I'm just comparing to myself. Sometimes I'm just comparing to where I think I should be, where I thought I would be, where I hoped I would be by now, but I'm in the same place. I'm doing the same things. I'm going to the same places. I'm not really evolving. I just feel like I'm stalled out. I'm wearing the same old clothes and I'm going to the same places, same faces. It just all kind of feels blah. It feels like my life should be more exciting. It feels like I should have more money, more love, more opportunity, more, just more than what I have. And it's just not what I thought I would have. And that difference, I guess, that gap between where I think I should be and where I am, that's really what causes that pain and that disconnect. It's this idea of what things should look like that's being superimposed over my actual life. But I know because I've listened to all of the new agey concepts and gurus and self-help. I know that shame lives in the should. And whenever I think I should do something, whenever I feel like, oh no, I should be here, I should be there, things should look like this, I know that that's actually shame talking to me, and that's judgment. So in a way, maybe it's not so much that I feel behind. Maybe it's that I just feel like I'm kind of judging myself for being behind. Because if I was behind, but I didn't really care, then I probably wouldn't feel bad. But because I'm behind and I care and I'm judging myself and I'm shaming myself, well, yeah, obviously then I would probably not feel great about it. Huh. Well, that sucks. I guess I could start by acknowledging how far I've come. I know there was a point in my life where I wished that I would be where I am right now. maybe not in the big ways, but certainly in small ways. I bet I can think of at least a few ways. I'm sure I have some little tiny shred of evidence. And even if it is tiny and little, it doesn't matter. It's still evidence that, you know what? One day, long ago in my past, I wished that I would have XYZ. And guess what? I do. So I have to take that evidence as the fact that things can work. And maybe it's on a smaller scale than I would wish, but still. I bet that the more I focus on it, I can think of more examples. I bet I can think about things that I've accomplished that one day felt like I would never accomplish them. I bet I can think about a time when I was in a job that I hated and I thought, oh my God, I'm never going to get out of here. And I got out of there one way or the other. That ended up happening. So I'm sure that there are examples from my own life that I could cite that show me that, you know what? Maybe I'm farther along than I'm giving myself credit for. Maybe there are things in my life that I should be proud of. Maybe there are things in my life that I could notice a little bit more. Maybe there's things in my life that other people wish that they had. And I'm just taking those things for granted because they've just been here and I'm not really noticing them. I just keep thinking about this distant future, this distant idea, this fantasy version of what my life should be. And maybe I should start taking stock a little bit more in my actual life. Maybe I should be a little bit more aware of the things that I already have going for me. Maybe I have a job and I work somewhere. Maybe I live someplace. Maybe I have a mode of transportation, whether that's a car or I take trains, I take buses. I can get around. I can eat. I can go places. Maybe I can't always go to all the fancy places that I wish I could go to, but I can certainly go places. I can still enjoy things. I can still watch a movie. I can still go to a park. I can still go to a museum. I can go outside. That's a luxury in some parts of the world, being able to go outside. And I have that. So, I have the ability to move and get myself around. That's a good thing. Maybe there are aspects of my life that I've just kind of been taking for granted. And that's okay. That happens every now and then. I'm not going to beat myself up about it, but I think I'm going to make it my mission to start noticing all the little ways that things actually are working out for me and all the little ways that I already have a lot of what I wish that I had. And maybe instead of noticing how far I have to go somewhere, maybe I can make a little ritual. Maybe I can do something that just helps me to remember where I am right now. Maybe instead of every day going through this mental checklist of all the things that I still have to do that I haven't done and all the ways I haven't lived up to this perfect view in my mind of how things should be, maybe I should make a done list instead of a to-do list. Maybe I should make a list of all the things that I accomplished. Maybe I could make a list of all the moments of joy that I had that day. Instead of all the things I have left to do, maybe I could remember that my coffee tastes really good this morning and a funny bird landed on my car and I saw an older lady walking with her granddaughter and the clouds were really nice in the sunset. The colors really popped and all these little tiny things might seem insignificant, but if I can't notice and appreciate the little things, then why should I have the big things? If I'm not open to seeing the miracle of the little things and I'm only focused on the big things, well then yeah, of course. I'm always going to feel behind. Maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe that's part of the equation. I think that instead of looking at my life and seeing how far behind I am, I'm just going to make a list of all the good stuff that's happening. Even if it's as simple as the fact that I got a really great parking spot today. At the end of the night, as I'm falling asleep, I'm going to make it my mission to just think of all the little tiny things that went well for me and all the tiny little moments that I appreciated. And I'm going to think of the friend that I have that I really love and adore. And I'm going to think about all the amazing shows that I've watched and all the amazing food that I've eaten. And I'm not going to think so much about all the things that I still have to do and these grand trips that I wish I were on and big life accomplishments. I mean, those things are great, but really it's the moments in between that matter, because those milestone moments just come and go. They come and they go. All of this preparation and work, and then poof, one day you're not there, one day you're there. And then what? You're just on to the next thing. You're just on to the next latest and greatest, biggest thing that you have to accomplish. I mean, that's what happens when we live in a capitalist society, right? We're constantly trying to go up, 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 up. Maybe the antidote to feeling like I'm behind is to just remember that I can't be behind. And even though my brain would like to trick me into thinking that, I know I can't be behind because there is no time. The timeline is made up. And if I'm honest with myself, the timeline has a bunch of stuff on it that I don't even know if I really want. I just think I'm supposed to want them. So instead of measuring my life up to some imaginary timeline of when I'm supposed to do stuff by, maybe I can make my own timeline. And time is a made up concept anyway. Life is not linear. We're not robots. I'm not supposed to just walk from point A to point B. Actually, now that I think about it, walking from point A to point B would kind of be boring if I was just doing that all the time. Imagine if I wanted something and I just went, boop, okay, immediately here you go. I mean, isn't the detour kind of the fun part? Isn't it kind of fun how things develop and how the dots connect? And oh, wow, I didn't know that when I went here, I'd meet this person and they would introduce me to this person. And then I would get into this hobby, which would lead me to this and that. Like, there's just so many of these beautiful synchronistic moments that we overlook in favor of, well, I'm here and I want to go here. So why can't I just immediately go here? But that would be kind of boring, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be sort of boring to just immediately teleport there? I know on my bad days, I feel like, well, no, actually, it wouldn't be that boring. I would love that. But I think that I kind of do like the journey. If I'm honest, I think I kind of like it. I kind of like the twists and turns. Imagine watching a television show with no plot twists, no intrigue, no cliffhangers. Don't we like a little cliffhanger? Don't we like a little surprise and delight? You can't be surprised if you know exactly what's going to happen and exactly where you're going to go. And well, by this age, I should have this and this and this. And if everything just happened perfectly accordingly to some manual that doesn't even exist, well, I think I'd actually kind of be bored. And I don't want to be bored. I want to have a rich, exciting, beautiful, vibrant life. I want to live a magical life. I want to live a life where I'm excited to wake up in the morning. I'm excited to do things. I feel energized. I feel alive. I feel energy moving through my body. I feel excitement. I feel my mind engaged. I feel like the world is just this beautiful buffet for me to choose from, and for me to make decisions and for me to try new things and explore. And I don't want to live a life where everything is just so by the book. I mean, what fun is there in? What fun is there in just doing things in a certain way that gets you, sure, maybe temporary admiration and temporary sense of satisfaction, but I want something that's fulfilling, and I want it to be fulfilling in a way that is unique to me and matters to me. I think I'm going to rebrand this concept of I'm behind to I'm believing. I'm believing that life is supporting me. I'm believing that life is surprising me. I'm believing that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be in this moment in time. I'm believing that I haven't missed anything. I haven't missed any opportunities. I haven't taken any wrong turns. I'm going to choose to believe that I'm exactly where I need to be in this moment in time and that everything is actually fine. Everything is all right. Everything is unfolding. And just because things have been a certain way for a while now doesn't mean that they have to stay that way. It doesn't mean I can't make changes. I mean, things can change pretty quickly if I put my mind to it, if I believe in what it is that I want, if I have fun about it, if I'm a little loose about it. I mean, that's really when things end up happening, not when I'm tight fisted and I'm like, oh my God, so stressed out because things haven't happened and I need them to happen right that second. That doesn't really work. It doesn't really feel good either. So I think I'm just going to stop saying I'm behind, I'm behind, I'm behind. I think I'm just going to say I'm believing, I'm believing, I'm believing. I'm beloved. I'm not behind, I'm beloved. I'm beloved by the universe. I'm beloved by myself. I think I owe it to myself to be a little more respectful of all that I have accomplished in my life and where I am now. And I owe it to myself to not judge and compare and feel bad about what has or hasn't happened, because everything is evolving. As I speak, everything is moving and everything is shifting. And maybe I don't like certain aspects of my life. I can work to change them, but I can have fun in the changing of them. I can pretend that my life is like a makeover show and one of those montage movie scenes like from Clueless where they're having so much fun and they're changing everything. I mean, isn't that what I want? I want to feel fun and I want to feel light and I want to feel excited about where I am. And I don't want to let where other people are affect me, because who knows what it is that it took for them to get to where they are. And frankly, who cares? Because their life is not mine. My life is mine. And I want to treat it with respect. And I want to treat where I am with respect. And I want to feel good. I want to feel empowered. I want to feel strong. I want to feel in charge. I want to feel in command of my life. And I want to feel like I'm in this dance with life. I don't want to feel like life is happening to me. I want it to feel like it's happening for me. And that will start with me softly and gently changing the way that I perceive life, noticing the little things, appreciating the things that I have in my life, recognizing how far I've come and giving myself that moment to celebrate, that moment to savor. I'm not behind. I'm believing and I am beloved. I hope this video helps you come home to yourself. And whenever you need a little boost or reminder that you're not behind, this video is here for you.